Do you want to break free from toxic patterns and embrace personal growth, development, empowerment of you becoming the best version of you? You might be at the place where you're like, I've heard a lot of stuff about narcissism and I'm just ready to get out of this. I'm ready to transform my life and become the best version of yourself. Today, I want to break down a couple things that we actually do inside of our Thriver community and practices that I've learned from Wake Up Warrior and the things that we integrate in between all the different programs that we have of talking to you about the CORE4. Now, the CORE4 is this aspect of helping you each day build these healthy habits for you to invest back into you. You might be watching this today and you're like, I haven't invested in myself. I haven't had habits for myself. I haven't had time for myself, anything like that, because you spent so much time focusing it on the other person, on the toxic person in the relationship, on the narcissist. So I want to be able to give you some tips and ideas and thought process of what we actually do on a day-to-day basis. And if you're interested, this is what you actually get access to when you sign up for our Clarity Challenge. You start to get access of how to track the CORE4, of how to actually stack. Diving into the CORE4. The CORE4 is 4 different things. It's 4 different things that's made up of different aspects of everyone's life. And we call these domains, 4 different domains of life. How it breaks down is body, being, balance, and business. Now, we've noticed that a lot of people can do really well in one area. Like you might have someone that is great at business and running a job, but then the balance piece of relationships is all falling apart. That it's just not working. Or you might have someone who's great at bodybuilding or working out or staying fit, but then business isn't working out so well. Or again, relationships. So what do these actually mean? How do these actually break down? So for us, body is this aspect of your body, like actual like fitness and fuel, the things that are happening inside your body. Being is talking about emotional, mental state, and its spirituality. Like it's your connectedness to God or to a higher power, whatever that looks like for you. And then you have balance. It's not talking about balance between work, life. Balance for us is talking about relationships. What are the relationships that you have? How are you investing in those? How are you not investing in those? What do you need to change and develop? How can you continue to invest in those to build healthy relationships? And then business is what you do to produce and to make money to be able to provide for your family. So let's break it down so you understand, because we track these and we do these on a daily basis. The more we do them, the more you're able to actually build confidence in you because you're showing up for you every single day. The first way that you show up for you is in your body, which is fitness and fuel. Fitness is the aspect of just taking care of your physical health, of being able to show up and sweat, to have some form of workout. Maybe this is just going for a walk if you haven't done any workout. Maybe this is getting into the gym. Maybe this is signing up for some yoga. Maybe this is doing different activities that are going to make you actually burn calories. Something that helps use up some energy and also produce energy because your body is functioning the way that it's supposed to be. The second one is fuel. Fuel is talking about what you're actually putting into your body. Like, are you fueling yourself with healthy food, with stuff that's nutritious, or is it other things that are sapping your energy and creating a lot of lethargy? For us, a big aspect of fuel is making sure that you drink daily greens. Having some type of supplement or green drink that actually is boosting you with the aspect of energy, but is not bad for you at the same time, of giving you some of the natural nutrients that you need in your body on a day-to-day basis. So incorporating regular exercise and also being able to have wholesome foods along the lines we count it for the daily greens. Now, how we focus on it is you do both of those things, you get 1 point for the day for body. Then we break it down into half points. If you just work out, you get half a point. If you take your daily greens, you get half a point, you get 1 point. Okay. And then you add up all 4, body, being, balance, and business. It's a maximum of 4 points you can get during a day, maximum then of 28 points you can get in an entire week. So we use this as like a gamified system that you actually track. So we have this whole system that's programmed on your phone so you can actually track it and be like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm going. This is how I'm doing. All right. But anyways, that's body. Then you move into being. Now, being is the aspect of the connectedness, not just of you to yourself, but also spiritually. And so part of that is getting clear with yourself. So we break it down into 2 categories, which is meditation and memoirs. Meditation is you getting quiet, not in the mind of just saying, I'm not going to think about anything, but being able to take thoughts, process them, move them to the side, see what's next, see what you need to do. Sometimes we don't know what to do because there's too much noise in our life. There's too much noise in our mind. So it's taking that time to slow down, to get to a place and saying, hey, I'm here, I'm sitting, I'm thinking. It could be guided meditations, it could be a mantra meditation, it could be a music meditation, it could be a silent meditation. But doing a meditation each day to reset you, to get you to the place of like, oh, this is what I actually need to focus on. Then we have the second one, which is memoirs. Oftentimes for us, this is stacking. This is taking what you take out of meditation, taking what you learn from the day and processing it, putting it through of like, is the story that I believe actually true? The story I believe about myself, about others, about this work issue, about this frustration, about this trigger over here, all these things to try to understand what is going on and how to continue moving forward. Each of those are equal to a half point as well. So a total of 1 point for being, and then it adds up just like the rest one does for the week. Then we move into balance. Now, balance can be done two different ways. It could be done with partner and posterity. Okay. The hard part is maybe if you're watching this today, you're like, I've been in a toxic relationship, don't really want to invest in the partner. Totally get that. So then we just focus on person one, person two. Person one, a lot of times is you actually developing back into you because you haven't done that. Like you haven't really had that focus. You haven't had that time or that energy or that effort to be able to put into you. So it's like, what are you actually doing to help grow you? How are you actually doing that on a day-to-day basis? Doesn't have to be something huge, but it's something that you're taking the time to invest in you. And person two oftentimes might be another relationship, or might be a friendship, or might be your kids, of being able to say, hey, today I'm going to spend X amount of time with one of my kids. Next day, next kid, whatever it might be. Okay. You get half point for those intentional investments into person one and person two. So a total of 1 point for balance for the day. Then we move into business. So business, we're talking into two different aspects, which is divided up into discover and declare. Discover, we're trying to have you discover what are you learning about you and what are you learning about business to help grow you to continue to develop your ability to produce money. Now, this could be working a job and getting another certification. This could be working a job and asking for a pay raise. This could be working for a job and like upgrading you. Or this could be how you're actually growing your business. Like, what are you doing to develop your business? How are you getting more leads in? How are you honing in the marketing and your messaging? How are you honing in the funnels or the websites that you might do? What are you actually doing and how are you learning about this? Whether it's reading a book, listening to a podcast, taking a course, whatever it might be. It's a daily aspect of discovering. What can I actually discover? What can I actually learn? And then declare is how you're actually putting it into action. Whether that's putting it into action in your life of saying, this is what I'm going to change in the business. I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to move this direction. Or whether it's like, hey, I'm going to delegate this to someone. I'm going to integrate this into my business, into my life, whatever it might be. So discover and then declare are things we do on a daily basis as well. And those are equal a half point each. So a total of 1 point for business. So you get total of 4 points. Body, being, balance, and business broken up into half points, fitness, fuel, meditation, memoirs, person one, person two, and discover and declare. All of these add up for the week, a total being 28 points. Now, like, that sounds like a lot to be able to keep track of. Yeah, it is. So that's why we have it all trackable inside the app. So for instance, just earlier today at 7 a.m., I did my fitness. We worked out for about 30 minutes. So I can be like, hey, I did my fitness. So I can click it off here. It lights up saying fitness. I'm going through a current audiobook. So right now my audiobook, listened to one of the chapters this morning. So I can click off discover. Now for me, I still have person two and declare to be able to do today. Declare for me right now is needing to go live at least 10 to 15 minutes a day on whatever platform. The person number two right now is my wife. So like, how am I investing in her? Whether that's doing a gratitude sack, whether that's sending a specific text that's investing in her, whatever that might be, it's starting to hone in, hey, this is intentional. You see, the hard part is a lot of people don't live intentional lives. That's why you're left adrift after a toxic relationship. You're left adrift not knowing where to turn, what to be able to do, how to be able to step forward. We're trying to provide structure because structure for me is absolutely essential for my growth and development. The more you're able to have structure in your life of this is what works, if you actually do this over and over and over again, you start to see the results. Just like going to the gym, you don't see the results the first day, the first week, or sometimes even 2 weeks in. You see them after repetitiveness, after showing up consistently. That's what we're asking you to do for you. Would you consider that today? Do you actually show up for you on a consistent basis? Because the more you show up for you, the more you're able to move forward in your growth and your change and your development.